3.5 is almost done for the semester, by the way. Our last couple of lessons followed a progression. Lesson 1, we created an ordered pair with an x value of 14. So they gave us one value, and we were supposed to find the ordered pair. So we would do 4 times 14 minus 10. Excuse me. We then would multiply that. That is 16 with 56 minus 10. And then that would be 46. And again, your ordered pair was based off of x and y. And that was that. 1 second. Sorry, I had to find a mute button. Second thing we did was we created 2 ordered pairs using the standard process, which was taking this problem here and working out using the 2 points. So we did 2 parentheses 0, because remember the first point you wanted to check was 0, which became 0 plus 3 or 3, and your first ordered pair was 0 comma 3, because again we used x equals 0, we got y equals 3. That was our first one. Our second point was to use the value of 1, which then became 2 plus 3, which is 5. And so again we used 1 for x, we got 5 for y, and that was it. So the first lesson they gave us one number. The second lesson you were supposed to pick 2 numbers, and we are getting close to the true use of ordered pairs. Typically you want to visualize what type of image will be created when we plot them. And although it is true that most young people do not communicate well at all, in math it is better to have too much information when it comes to visualizing a picture. If you were trying to tell someone to build your dream house, you don't want to tell them 2 things. You want to tell them as many things as you can possibly tell them: the size of the house, the color of the house, where the rooms go, what color the walls are. The more information they have, the better. Well, you're trying to visualize things, so you'd rather have more information. So because of this, typically once you get to your math algebra class, they're going to ask you to find 5 points or 5 ordered pairs. Luckily, since we're working our way up to the task, we're just going to find 3 and stop there. So guess what? Standard process is now x equals 0, then x equals 1, and guess what? X equals 2. Guess what your next number would be? 3, then 4, then 5, or whatever it would be to find all your points. So let's just take a look at what the problems on your homework today look like and get you on your way, because again, now at this point, you either understand this and you're fine, or you don't, and you should probably go back, work on the other stuff, and get assistance. But this isn't going to make you show work, but again, it's based off of the notes that you use. So the first thing we do is we plug in 3 times 0 minus 7, which means we get 0 minus 7, which means we get, remember that goes away, negative 7. So our first ordered pair is based off of 0, which is 0 comma negative 7. Our second ordered pair is based off of the second number, which is 3 times 1 minus 7, which is 3 minus 7. And 3 minus 7, if again you had $3 and you took away 7, you'd actually be $4 in debt. Or again, because that's positive 3, negative 7, the negatives win by 4, however you want to think about that. But again, we will get to that, or just use your calculator. However it is that you get that negative 4, that is fine. Just make sure you either use a calculator or use your head. Don't have someone tell it to you, because you don't get any better that way. And then our third number, which goes another step, is that now we use x equals, we used 0, we used 1, now we use 2. So it would be 3 parentheses 2 minus 7, which means y is 6 minus 7. And again, 6 minus 7 is negative 1. So you end up with 2 for x, negative 1 for y. Not really a tough process, but a very important process. And this is a process, again, that if you already understand, you're ahead of a lot of 135 students, because a lot of 135 students being rushed into this do not understand how this process works, because they've been forced into it and they don't understand where everything is coming from. So hopefully this is helping you out. Again, that's really all this is there for, is to help you kind of get better for it. But again, just make sure you're at least trying to get better at it, because you are going to see this again. Again, 3 ordered pairs based off of this. So again, what we do first is we use the first number for x, which is 0. 9 times 0 is 0. And then of course 0 plus 2 is 2. So our first part is 0 comma 2. For our second ordered pair, we are going to use the second number, which is 1. 9 times 1 with multiplication going before addition is 9, which gives us the answer of 11. So now we get 1 comma 11, because again x is 1, y is 11. And in your third ordered pair, again, we're going to use x of 2, so 9 parentheses 2 plus 2, again everything's coming from that equation. 9 times 2 is 18, and 18 plus 2 is 20. So there's my x, there's my y, and that is my 3 points. Very, very straightforward, very, very simple. Just make sure that you are, again, trying to get better at this, because that is the whole purpose on why I'm breaking these things down and not pushing you through to everything you need to know. We are actually doing what we're learning this week. We probably could have, in class, you're probably going to learn in like half a day, because they're going to teach you everything together. So again, this is helping you out because it's at least giving you the experience so you'll know what to do later. But other than that, again, create ordered pairs, do your work on a separate sheet of paper. Here's my equation. First ordered pair, I already know I'm going to use 0. Second ordered pair, I know I'm going to use 1. Third ordered pair, I know I'm going to use 2. So I'm just going to start it. And then I'm going to put y equals 6, parentheses 0, minus 8, which is 0, minus 8. And again, with 0 there, it just disappears, giving us negative 8. For ordered pair 2, I'm going to use 1. So 6, parentheses 1, minus 8, 6, minus 8. I was writing the number already. Positive 6, negative 8. The negatives are going to win, and you subtract, and the negatives win by 2. So it'll be negative 2. And ordered pair number 3, again, we're going to put 2 in there. So 6, parentheses 2, minus 8, which becomes 12, minus 8, or 4. So again, 2 leads to 4, and that is it. So again, make sure you practice this. We got one more lesson to do for the semester. I think you'll find that it's not really as bad as what a lot of people think it is. It actually puts together what we're doing now with our plotting from last week, and then we'll wrap this thing up and move on. So keep pushing. We're almost there, and good luck. Have a good day.